Johnson City, Tennessee. Home to sausages, a lot of white people, and Buffalo Mountain. A beautiful place for hiking, camping, and sightseeing. A place to enjoy nature. Fun for the whole family. Or is it? Buffalo Mountain ruined my marriage.
Andrew Ingram, Andrewingram.
I'm Jennifer Ingram, Jennifer
I live in Johnson City, and this is the coolest place to ride, Buffalo Mountain. I moved here full time and I got my apartment and got school switched around. I got a little more steady job working at Home Depot.
Andy and I met at Home Depot. I was hopelessly looking for a battery for my weed whacker, and he happened to work there. And he told me that they didn't sell batteries there, but he knew of a place that did. And he offered to take me there after his shift. And so I said, okay. And it just happened to be right next to an Italian restaurant. And so that ended up being our first date. I have a feeling he planned it that way. He was very smooth, you know, that's one of the things I liked about him. I also liked his, you know, his beautiful brown eyes and his kind of scraggly brown hair. He cuts it himself.
I came to Johnson City to go to school at ETSU. Started out trying their engineering program and that didn't work.
While we were dating, he'd been going to college for engineering. Unfortunately, he was expelled over an incident with greased pig and some painkillers, I think.
Get set, go.
I had painkillers for breakfast. How often do you?
He doesn't really like to talk about it much.
So then I decided I wanted to move here full time instead of just being here for school. So I got an apartment, and now I'm at ITT Tech.
But he was back on track. He was going to ITT Tech. Yeah, I like the commercials. Yeah, it's a real place, yeah.
I want to be the best in the world. At everything.
Andy was determined to make more out of his hillbilly life and conquer the sins of his past. But that determination would spell disaster for him and Jennifer. After we'd been married about a year, we went up to Buffalo Mountain to have a weekend camping trip. And as we're hiking on one of the trails, we saw these two kids on bikes and they passed us. And Andy said, wow, that looks like fun. And I said, yeah, looks like fun. And then he was unusually quiet for the rest of the trip, and I thought that was kind of weird.
I want to be the best in the world. At everything. Everything.
Everything.
And then about a week later, I'm sitting in the kitchen and I'm drinking coffee and scrolling through my news feed, and he walks in and he says, Jennifer, I want to be a full-time mountain biker.
I needed to devote my time to being good at something, so decided I wanted to do mountain biking full-time.
And I said, I don't think that's a real job, Andy. And he said, yes, it is. And I said, well, how are you going to make money riding a bike? And he said, I don't even remember what he said. He just mumbled something about sponsors and walked out.
One of the first people that decided to sponsor me was Duro Tires. They've really helped me out a lot by giving me product. When I tore my ACL, EVS gave me a huge discount on an awesome knee brace. And yeah, that's about it. Ideally, I wish that I could go pro, get a pro license, and see where that goes. Realistically, I would cry if I could be good enough to go race World Cups.
Andy didn't even know how to ride a bike. He didn't even own one.
In 7th grade, I decided that I wanted to start being a little bit more active. I begged my parents to buy me a mountain bike so I could ride to school. And one of my friends was like, you should enter a race. You're like Superman on bikes. And I didn't think I was that good, so I entered a race and wound up doing 5th place.
He said that? Yeah, okay. He has a pretty loose relationship with the truth these days.
This is the coolest place to ride, Buffalo Mountain. It's really that mountain, but you can't see it, so.
Somehow he got his hands on a bike. I don't know from where. I didn't ask questions. And he started riding it around.
My friend started telling me about this place called Buffalo Mountain, and when I found it, this beauty, it's all natural, rough-built trails. None of it is machine-made. I don't know. The ATV trails are the best thing that's ever happened to me because there's these big old hill climbs that ATV guys like to go as fast as they can.
He said his friends started telling him about the ATV trails, which I'm pretty sure is a euphemism for a local popular hookup spot for Grindr. I don't know if he ever figured that out. I don't think he ever went there.
They build all these big old ruts and weird things they like to climb up, and it's a downhiller's dream because you can go like 30 miles an hour for 10 minutes straight.
Andy started riding that bike all the time, every day. He quit his job at Home Depot, dropped out of school. I saw him less and less.
I've never gone that fast on my bicycle in my life.
He said riding was his job now and he's going pro.
I would like to get a pro license and start racing World Cups one day. I just like riding anywhere, everywhere, all the time.
After this went on for months, I finally got him to sit down so we could really talk. And I said, Andy, we're falling behind on our bills. We're about to get evicted. Do I need to go move in with my mother until you get over this obsession?
I keep telling myself if I push hard enough, go fast enough, go long enough, then I'll eventually be better than everyone else in competition.
Riding your bike is not a real job. What about us, Andy? What about us? Don't we mean anything to you anymore?
These bikes held up perfect. It's the greatest bike ever, I love it.
All he cares about is Buffalo Mountain and that stupid bike. He loves Buffalo Mountain more than me. I don't know what to do anymore. Moved back in with my mother. He got kicked out of our apartment because he couldn't pay the rent. I don't know where he is now. Maybe living in his precious Buffalo Mountain in the forest. I mean, you can live off the land there like the Unabomber if you really wanted.
Walking through the woods, all of a sudden you hear a pop pop, like, what? A freaking chicken sitting up in the tree. What? What? That doesn't make sense. It's been wild. Awesome. This has been super, super cool.
Is there anything you want to say to your wife?
I don't know. What do I need to say?
Do you miss or care about her? If I could say anything to him, I'd say, please come home. Whatever dark place you're in right now, let me help you. It's not too late to go back to school, get a real job, start living in the real world again. Do you have anything to say to your wife? Andy! For all the other wives out there, all I can say is, stay away from Buffalo Mountain. It ruined my marriage.
Awesome! I've never gone that fast on a mountain bike in my life. That was crazy. Oh, that's awesome! I don't know what I did, to be honest with you. That was weird.